Okay, guys, so welcome everyone, and I'm going to make a very quick short video about the visa bulletin. Few things I want to share because the visa bulletin for March is out. So if the visa bulletin for March is out, usually they give you the month ahead also. So technically we can be able to see the visa bulletin cutoff number we have for February already, for March, and what the numbers will be in April. Something very, very interesting compared to all years, previous years. If you go last year, the year before, even the year before pandemic, it is very strange to see the visa bulletin from April. It is up to 50,000 cut-off number. 50,000 for Africa is a case number. So there is a big jump from month of obviously February going March and April. The number have been very, very high. In a normal way, I will explain up to the month of May, it is about 30,000 going to 40,000 around that. And then in June, usually it's current. But now this big jump, what does that mean? Welcome. Before I continue, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. So here on my screen, you can see we are talking the current visa bulletin and the upcoming visa bulletin. But some people might be wondering themselves, what is the visa bulletin? So if you click for the 2022 here, fiscal year 2022, you will be seeing the October, November, you will see that one. If you click here, you will see the last years. So that is number one. But number two, people want to know what is the visa bulletin and what is the overall purpose of the visa bulletin. So in a very high level, the visa bulletin is just a document which is published by the U.S. Department of State on a monthly basis to provide the estimate on how long the immigrant visa, or just someone to be getting the immigrant visa, which is the green card, the timeline to expect. When the number, which is the cutoff number, it is in that particular time, that means you can be able to check on it to start processing. So because we are talking about the diversity visa lottery, I will show, or I'll just point on the read only the aspect of the diversity visa lottery, though usually it has the other visa types on the bulletin. So without further ado, let's go first of all to the month of February. You can see this is February 2022. So February 2022, it is up to 20,000 at the moment for Africa. For Asia, this number, Europe 13,000 and so forth. But if you go to the month, so if you see, first of all, that one is February, but usually it gives you what will happen in the month of March. You see the increase is not that big, from 20,000 to 21,000 in the month of March. For Europe, for Asia, it was 8,000, is going to increase it by 300. It's a very small. And then Europe was 13,000, 13,500. So there was a small increase for the month of March. So if you go on the month of March now, which was 21,000, but for the April, it jumped to 50,000. This is what I want to show you. This is a very big jump. The increase of almost 30,000 jump. It doesn't happen that way in a normal time. For Asia, it jumped from 8,000 to 17,000. So in a simple way, they just put like it's allowed. Europe was from 13,500 to 27,000. And then Oceania, Bahamas, whatever. So this is a very big increase. In a normal way, so let's go to last year. I'm giving you an example. If you go on the February, it was 12,000, which is projecting for the March was 14,000, which is almost, but still for this year is a little bit more. Then if you go to March, it was from 14,000, then it jumped to 22,000. This is, I'm talking about last year, not this year. And then if you go on May, it jumped to 34,000. And usual, if you go on June, June is when it says current. So when we do projection, usual up to May is 35,000. And then from June is going to be current. So what does that mean if already, which they say up to 50,000, will the diversity visa for the visa bulletin cut off for the May? What will that be if we go for May? Will they go more number, or from May it will say current? My prediction will be able to say for May it will be saying current instead of June. One thing which you want to make sure is this is not a guarantee that you will be called for the interview, but we hope that the interviews schedule will start going fast. That's what we hope, so that many people can be scheduled, because you can be on the visa bulletin cut-off point, but if they're not scheduling the visas, you are still in trouble. You don't need to start celebrating right now. You don't need to start jumping around. Oh, now I'm going to the visa interview. Just wait the visa interview to get the second notification letter. Usually the second interview will be scheduled based on, obviously, you're already in the cutoff points, but don't start asking today, okay, my number is 40,000. So will that mean that I'm going to be interviewed in the month of April? No, you might not be interviewed in April because of the pandemic. The number of interviews still are not going as fast as used to be. But we hope with this publishing, maybe they are going to give you priority. Maybe they're going to speed up scheduling the visa interviews. Remember, there is election in November, the 1st of November. So if they are not processing this one faster, Democrats who are talking all the time, they are supportive, they're big supporter of the diversity visa lottery, big supporter of immigration. If we don't push this one harder, it will come to bite them during the November election. That means you did the same thing like Republican or under Trump administration, you didn't interview people. So in order to avoid the unnecessary things, I believe this is one of the moves that they have to make sure that they are going to speed up the interviews, people to get interviewed up to at least the maximum number of 50,000, 55,000 visas for the month by the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th. So I have big belief and I have big hopes that the diversity visa winners will be getting interviews, and the interviews will go so fast by the end of September to make sure that the maximum number of visas to be issued will be issued before the end of the fiscal year, which will be September 30th this year. So what I want to assure you, this is a good news, but don't start jumping around. Don't start saying goodbye to everyone. What you need is just to prepare the documents for the interview. What you need is to prepare the money for the visa fee, prepare the money for the medical, prepare the money for flight ticket. So just get ready. That means if you're calling for the interview, you'll be given the notice 4 to 6 weeks in advance that your interview date will be on this day. So don't worry, be ready at any time when you get the second notification letter, which is the visa interview schedule date. There is no, I just remind people, still there is no request of the documents from KCC. KCC stopped the process of asking for the documents, so that all the documents you have, you must show them during the interview date at the US Embassy, along with the visa fee. So that is the update I want to share with you, and all the best each and everyone who is processing for the interview. And for those people also who are waiting for the results, all the best. The results will be out on May 7th. We'll be having a live show on that day. So stay tuned and all the best.